Preston North End versus Luton Town match preview. 16th place, Preston North End host 14th in the table, Luton Town at Deepdale, with neither team in touching distance of the playoffs or the relegation zone. Alex Neil's Preston side have won just one of their last 5 matches, which came against Huddersfield in late February, but have since lost to the likes of Millwall, Wycombe and Middlesbrough. Meanwhile, Nathan Jones' Luton have won 3 of their last 5 matches. Hello guys and welcome back to another match preview on my channel. Before I get started and talk to you guys about my thoughts about this game against Preston, here is Preston North End fan Ben HD with his thoughts about this game.
So heading into our game this weekend, we're not exactly coming into this one under the most ideal of circumstances. Our form has tailed off quite dramatically actually since the start of the new year, and if Alex Neil was to lose this game, I'd fear for his job heading into this next international break. I think that more so than anyone, Alex Neil needs a result in this game, so maybe that can work for us or it could go against us, you know. Coming off the back of that loss we had against Middlesbrough in midweek, another quite disappointing game where our captain Alan Brown obviously got sent off. We did appeal that, but it was unsuccessful, so he'll be missing the game at the weekend. I think that if anyone from our team was to be sort of a standout player to watch out for, Daniel Everson, our goalkeeper, since arriving from Leicester on loan in January, I think has been absolutely fantastic for us. Had we not had him, I think some of our defeats would have been a lot more ugly. He's kept us in quite a lot of matches actually. And the other players, probably Anthony Gordon, who's come on loan from Everton. We've only seen sort of brief flashes of him so far, but very impressed, I think, a lot of the fan base from what we've seen of him so far. Very quick, agile player, looks to run at defenders. I hope he gets a run out for the whole 90 minutes in this game, because we are sort of lacking that bit of edge in the final third at the moment. Obviously, when we played you guys earlier on in this season, you absolutely played us off the park, but for a score prediction in this one, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw, although part of me sort of feels like that's maybe being a little bit optimistic with how poorly we've been playing recently, but we've been such an unpredictable side this season, we're fairly impossible to call, but I'll go 1-1, but Alex Neil really needs a result here.
Thank you Ben for your thoughts about this game against Preston. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Ben. He's got over 30,000 subscribers, he makes championship content and also talks about Preston North End. So let's talk about a few match facts about this game. Where are currently both teams in the championship? Preston are currently 16th in the championship, where Luton are currently 14th. What was the last game for both teams? Preston North End lost 2-0 away from home against Middlesbrough, where Luton won 2-0 at home to Coventry. When was the last time Luton and Preston played each other? Well, it happened last year, and Luton won 3-0 at home, a James Collins hat-trick. So what are the talking points for this game? Well, let's go back to that last game, which Luton did win 3-0 at home, and talk about the positives and negatives from that game. It was a great game of football. Luton constantly pressed Preston, and I think that's important in this game. You know, Luton need to press Preston from the get-go. They're not on the best of form. Some of the fan base want the manager out, some of the fan base wants the manager in. They're going through like a little transitional period, Preston, at the moment, but they're still not getting results, and Luton really need to take advantage of that. But in the last game when we did play against them, like I said, we constantly pressed Preston from the start. We created chances. We didn't allow Preston to create too much in the game. We took control of the game. And I feel like if Luton are going to get a result in this game, they need to repeat that home performance against Preston. We need to keep the performances up from the game against Swansea and Coventry and take it into this game against Preston. If we do that, I'm very confident that Luton can get something from this game. I've already mentioned that Preston are not on the best of form, but they've only picked up 3 wins since the start of 2021. So Luton ideally should take advantage of Preston being in really bad form. As I was saying, Preston are going through a couple changes at the club, off the field and on the pitch, so hopefully Luton can just take advantage really, but Preston will be desperate for a win. Another interesting talking point is, will Nathan Jones play the same team that's played against Coventry on the weekend? Now that team which played against Coventry was a good team, it was a positive team, and it performed well, so there's no any excuses really to change any players from that starting 11. That team also put in a decent performance against Swansea, so I'm not expecting Nathan to change anything, but we all know what's been the problem this year. We haven't really been consistent with the starting 11, but hopefully Nathan keeps the team, because I don't see any reason to change it, if I'm being honest. Another interesting talking point is Luton will be desperate to end the poor run at Deepdale. Now, Luton haven't won at Deepdale since 1972. Preston have a very good home record against us, so fingers crossed Luton can, overcome that stat and get the 3 points or get some result. What's both teams like home form and away form like? Well, Preston have the 19th best home form in the Championship. That's probably the reason why they haven't done so well this season. They're just not getting results at home. And Luton have the 17th best away form in the Championship. So hopefully we can improve on that against Preston. So how are both teams going to get a result in this game? Well, Luton, you know, we're not the best at defending against counter-attacks. Preston are very good at scoring them, so we need to be careful. So if we are going to maybe take control of this game and attack Preston, we need to be careful on the counter, because Preston, they do have some quick players in their team who can cause us problems. I do think that's going to be the one way which Preston try and score, is through counter-attacks, but hopefully we are tight at the back and we don't allow them to hit us on the break. So fingers crossed Luton can stop any counter-attack from happening. How can Luton get a result in this game against Preston? I think long shots, Preston give teams a lot of time and space outside the area to shoot. I feel like we are a team recently that likes to have a shot from distance. So hopefully if we have some space outside the box, you know, have a go, have a shot at goal. And also through set pieces. Preston are not the best at defending against them, but we're quite good at attacking them. So hopefully we use our set pieces to our advantage. What is my score prediction for this game? I'm going with a 1-1 draw. Now, Preston are desperate for points at home. If they don't get points, then more fans will be asking Alex Neil to be sacked. And then with Luton, our performances recently have been very good. So hopefully we can continue those performances into this game and get something. Now, I don't think a point away from home against Preston is a bad result. I think it's a good result. Preston have underperformed massively this season. I think they should be at least in the top 10 with the squad they have. You know, their players, pretty much a majority of them are all established Championship players, and they have been in the Championship for a few years now. So this year has been a little bit of a disappointment for them, not really performing that well, but I don't think a draw against them will be a bad result. And also we do have a poor record at Deepdale, so any points at Deepdale will be great. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you did. Comment below your score predictions and your predicted 11s that you will play against Preston. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.